I'm going to be doing a case study presentation for Edu503. The case study is between Joseph Samuel Raspone versus Louisiana State University. This occurred May 20th, 1994. Joseph Raspone is the plaintiff. He filed suit against Louisiana State University after he sustained an injury while attending a game at Alex Box Stadium on the LSU campus. The game had to be rescheduled twice due to rain. It had rained the weekend preceding the game and the day of the game. The left field bleachers had puddles of water and mud had been tracked in the bleachers by previous patrons. As Mr. Raspone was going down the bleachers from those bleachers that had mud on them, he hit an awkward step and fell face forward. Because of the fall, Mr. Raspone broke 2 ribs and ruptured his Achilles tendon. The trial court ruled that LSU failed to use reasonable care to provide a safe environment to its patrons. The court found that the fall was caused by the existence of a non-uniform step in the temporary bleachers, which LSU was aware of. And they failed to provide a remedy or fixing of the step or a warning or a sign warning that that step was there. The court assessed 90% fault to LSU while allocating 10% fault to the plaintiff for his slight inattentiveness of seeing the step. The plaintiff was awarded $24,260.78 in lost wages and $80,000 in general damages. LSU appealed, challenging the liability, causation, and fault allocation rulings, along with the awards for lost wages and general damages, was not accurate. Mr. Raspone also appealed, contesting that the trial court's allocation of 10% fault to him. He felt that LSU was 100% responsible. LSU admits that the one non-uniform step did exist in the bleachers where Mr. Raspone fell. And this non-uniform step resulted because the temporary bleachers did not fit together properly. The trial court found as a fact that the normal step existing between the bleacher seats was 12 inches. However, the distance between the steps where Mr. Raspone fell was approximately 1 inch. The evidence established that LSU was aware of the step and failed to remedy it or to give a warning with a sign. LSU insists that the existence of this non-uniform step did not render the bleachers unreasonably dangerous. They supported this argument by saying that there were no reported accidents in over 3 years that the bleachers were in use. Also, LSU made a point that even if the non-uniform step created a dangerous condition, it should have been obvious to all patrons, including the plaintiff, that there was no duty to warn of the defect. The trial court's finding that the non-uniform step did create an unreasonable risk of harm to the plaintiff. This was not reversed on appeal. LSU disputes the trial court's factual findings that the existence of the non-uniform step caused the plaintiff's fall. They felt that the fall was caused by the plaintiff's own inattentiveness. LSU also contests the trial courts that the verdict that only 10% fault should go to the plaintiff for his inattentiveness, while Mr. Raspone charged that the court should have found solely at LSU's fault. Now, because the award is supported by the evidence, the appellate courts did not decrease the settlement awards to Mr. Raspone. The lesson to be learned from this case for an athletic administrator would be make sure that all the facilities have had their safety checks and have a safety list to go over every year to check before the season begins. The athletic director and whoever is in charge of the grounds or the facilities needs to go through their checklist before the season, and if there are any irregular steps and they know that they are there and they can't have them fixed, they need to have a sign stating that this is a step there that is uneven, or a strange amount of space between that one and another one. In today's society, a lot of times if you have we have a lot of con artists out there in that, basically insurance con artists, that would basically open up your school district to a very easily winnable lawsuit if someone did trip on something as simple as a step not being the right height. So basically, if there is anything like that, they need to either get it fixed or get a sign up so that won't happen to that school district. All right, thanks.